852, Big 550, KTRS. Andy Strickland from Fox Sports Midwest and KTRS Radio. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Great to be here as always.
Hockey Sense is tomorrow night.
Yeah, Hockey Sense actually this week, man. I mean, it is we are juggling our lines, so to speak.
Yes.
So it'll be Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday night.
Friday night. All right, at Obie Clark's.
Yeah, I think there might be a Mizzou game tomorrow night.
It's actually
something like that.
It's a great night to go down to Obie Clark's, enjoy the festivities, and watch the show take place.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll still be there, actually, tomorrow night if you want to come by.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, you're there all the time, aren't you?
Not all the time, but when we do the show, absolutely.
Yeah, I know Walt is there all the time.
Used to be. And I like your hockey vernacular there because you're talking about Keith Tkachuk and you call him Walt.
See how inside I am?
So
You're
knew.
so inside and I am
Wait,
way
he's not there
outside.
anymore?
Listen, he spends most of his time in Ann Arbor, Michigan nowadays because his youngest son, Brady, is playing with the U.S. development program up there. His older son, Matthew, by the way, is having an outstanding season in his first year playing in the Ontario Hockey League. He is NHL draft eligible this June, and he is expected to be a top 5 NHL draft pick, the highest ever to come out of St. Louis.
Is he a scorer because the Blues need scoring?
He is a scorer. Unfortunately, the Blues probably won't have a top 5 pick, and therefore he won't be playing here in St. Louis. But I know they love to get their hands on him. But Matthew Tkachuk's been a great story. In fact, there could be 4 kids from St. Louis, each drafted in the first round in June. And again, we've never had a first-round pick ever. Out of St. Louis.
So this is about the developmental leagues
and
here.
We'll be talking a lot about that as we get closer to June. It's going to be a huge story.
All right. What's going on with the Blues? They can't score. I'm ready to cash it in. What's going on here?
Well, don't cash it in.
I mean, it's outrageous.
It's not even Christmas yet. So don't cash it in.
It's like Carney. They can't score.
Is that what it is?
You know how first they're his Blues, the next week they won't be his Blues.
No,
they're not my Blues right now.
Well, I will tell you this, and even you know this, McGraw. Kelly knows this as well. You got to score to win. You can't win if you don't score.
You got to score to win.
And
they put their pants on. They lace up other skates one skate at a time.
Yeah, well, that's true.
They really come to play.
But you know what? One thing that surprised me thus far this season.
I think they should fire the offensive coordinator of the Blues.
Well,
he's clearly not scoring.
That's been done on the other side. I'd like to see the Rams offense go up against the Mizzou offense. Now that would be
who would score more, the Blues offense or the Rams offense?
I would say the Blues offense.
I think the Blues would.
Well, the Blues have a star
4-3
on offense. I'm not so sure the Rams do.
All right,
Todd Gurley could be called.
But all right, seriously, let's talk hockey.
Well, the home record is an issue for me. I mean, they're 7-4-2. They haven't been playing well at home as of late. That is a big surprise when you look at the Blues compared to previous seasons. They've always been a dominating team at home, and they're not getting spread out scoring right now. If it's not Vladimir Tarasenko or your top line scoring goals right now, you're getting virtually nothing offensively.
All right, so that's the trouble there.
Yeah.
What are they going to do about it?
Well, I mean, I think you got to listen. They try to change some lines around, but I think if you look at the way the Blues are playing right now, it's not exactly the identity we've seen from them in recent years.
Yeah,
they're more a.
What about Stastny?
Well,
he has to be more decisive with the puck. That's the way I see it.
Stastny is a guy who.
I don't know what that means.
Well,
exactly.
no, listen. You're taking this all over the place.
I don't know what that
I don't
means.
know what you want me to say here. But Paul Stastny is a guy who has had chances to score, and he hasn't capitalized on it. And to be honest with you, he's making a lot of money. He is a top-line player for this team.
Right.
He's got to find ways to score when he's in position to do so. He's had some incredible opportunities to score goals in recent games, and he hasn't been able to finish.
But there aren't really a whole lot of scorers in the NHL, right? I mean, whatever's going on, there's just not a lot of scorers.
Well, there's I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of quality offensive players around the league who score goals. I mean, the Blues have one of them, Vladimir Tarasenko, who's third in the National Hockey League right now in goals scored.
All right.
But the reality is they haven't been scoring all year long, Miguel, to be honest with you. And if it wasn't for their goaltender, Jake Allen, earlier in the season, I'm not so sure the Blues would have the record they have right now. He's been their most valuable player. He's been a huge story for the St. Louis Blues, and he, too, has been off his game a little bit the last couple of games. So tonight would be a perfect opportunity to get things rolling in the right direction.
Who are they playing tonight?
An Arizona team who the Blues have dominated.
Oh. They still have a team?
Years. I think they've won 8 of the last 9, something like that.
The Arizona team.
Arizona Coyotes, who are actually having a pretty good season.
Oh, I thought they were ready to consolidate that team.
There was a lot of talk about that in recent years. They've got a couple of really good young players.
Yeah.
Remember Ty Domi? Remember him?
No.
He was a tough guy, played for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Okay.
Really entertaining player.
Yeah.
His son, Max Domi, is a rookie this year. And I think he's second in the NHL in rookie scoring, one of the top young players in the game. So you'll see him tonight, Ty Domi, or Max Domi.
Rumors, what are you hearing rumor-wise? What's in the rumor mill? Blues, Cardinals, Rams?
Not a whole lot of. I mean, there's a few little things here and there in regard to the Blues about a potential trade. Maybe they're going to look for a scorer. There's some guys who are kind of out there who could be coming in this direction. We'll see how that plays out and see if the Blues actually make a move. You don't see a whole lot of trades this time of year, so I wouldn't be sitting on the edge of my seat in regard to that. And with the Rams, who knows? The reality is with this whole story with the Rams, it's becoming less and less interesting as we get closer to the actual outcome. I'm just ready for a decision eventually because there's always a lot of noise. Sometimes the noise doesn't really mean anything or say anything. I think we all just want to know, will the Rams be here or are they leaving?
You're, in a sense, it's not a bang, it's a whimper, right? I mean, it's been talked about, it's been chewed over, the man clearly doesn't want to be here. Get it over with. I said earlier that I think that after the last home game, so not this home game, but the next home game, after that, then you're going to start hearing more about a deal, about Carson, and about the Chargers and the Rams getting together, and so on and so forth.
Well, we'll see what happens with that. I think a lot of people immediately say that there's no way the Chargers would go with Stan Kroenke's deal. Right. This is the first step to getting in the room and negotiating a deal out.
Andy Strickland, Hockey Sense, Friday nights, Obie Clarks here starts at 7 o'clock on the Big 550 KTRS. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
All right, Andy Strickland, it's 8:57 KTRS.
October 30th.